This video is for number 97 in Sound Innovations, Brother John. So this one is going to have a lot of one measure repeats, and just a reminder, it's repeating the measure right before what that is, wherever you see the one measure repeat. And we have a lot of different types of articulation now, so we're going to try to emphasize those. And we can play it as a round if you want, but we can do that later. So a round is kind of like we're all playing the same music, but we're just playing it at different times. So I would play starting at measure 1, and then next person would come in when I get to measure 2, but they still play at measure 1. We've done this in the past. I think couple weeks ago now, or maybe even a couple months ago. But let's try playing it first. So right at the beginning, and you'll probably recognize this tune. 1, 2, 3, 4. Repeat. All right. So for this one, I think it's the hardest part is the eighth notes again. So we're moving a lot. So let's look at those eighth note notes. We're starting with F in first position, G in fourth position, F in first position, and E flat in third position. And don't forget that we're slurring those, so that means we're going to do a little soft tongue on each of those notes. So that's a really good place to practice. And then the end here is actually just like lip slurs, which is what we did with when we were learning all of the notes, where, we would be in one position and I would give you some hand gestures to see which notes you can play, of like so it goes back to that exercise way back when we were still together. And yeah, let's try one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Another good tip though, at the end is because it's like a lip slur, you're not gonna need to tongue the slur down. So from B flat to F, you could just um, fall into it, and you should just make sure that you're landing in the right zone. So between those two notes, I'm actually not tonguing, and it makes the slur come out really nice and easy. But I am tonguing when I go back up because there's an accent on that note. So that's also a good place to work on.